This is a short talk that I gave at the Queensway Carleton Hospital after having suffered a severe Wallenberg stroke.
I'd now like to introduce Terry Stevens, also a former patient of Queensway Carleton Hospital.
Thank you. I'm going to fast forward this. I only have 5 minutes. So anyway, there I was in Watertown, USA with my wife and getting some speakers at Best Buy. And I got back into the car and suddenly I said to Tish, I can't drink this coffee. And I couldn't swallow. And I started to mumble and stutter and slur my words. So anyway, 90 minutes back to the Queensway Carleton Hospital. We got there, we got here, and the admitting nurse saw my jaw off to one side. I was in a wheelchair, and immediately got me to ER. And it was a fantastic service. And we were there for the night, slept about an hour, and the next night went to ICU. And that was my home for the next 6 weeks. I had a tracheotomy, a feeding tube, all kinds of wires to check my vitals. And the service that I got there with the nurses was just spectacular. I couldn't get over it. I would press my little nurse's button like 2 or 3 in the morning and just, hey, what's up, buddy? And they'd come and straighten your bed. And when you're in that situation, your whole world is very small. And to bring that back into order, to hoist it up, clean put your sheets back together, make sure it's all nice and clean, meant everything to me. And the nurses, Bree and Lisa and Rose and Kyoko and Zoo, remember near the end of it, I started to remember names. So there I was for 6 weeks in ICU, and then Dr. Yang came in, Christine Yang, and said, I think you're ready to go to rehab. I thought, wow, this is a bonus. This is awesome. So I went to rehab, and there was a young fellow there in physio, and he would be, you can do it, you can do it, you can do it. And so that really helped get from the walker stage to a cane and then eventually walking. The original prognosis was that I may not be able to breathe on my own, eat on my own, or even speak or walk, possibly. So that was all delivered to my wife and her family. So I had to pass each test one by one. And also the speech therapist, which helped so much, Angela. And I took a fluoroscopy test to see if I could swallow, and I flunked the first 2, and then finally I passed the last one, and she said, you can eat breakfast, lunch, and dinner tomorrow. I almost fell over. And so I wrote a poem called The First Supper. Also, the sense of humor seemed to get me through it, and nurses got that. It'd be like, Mr. Stevens, can you wiggle your toes? And I go, can you move your hands? Even more aggressively, I even threw a little box of Kleenex at her, just to kind of show her that there's a spirit inside this whole contraption. And when I went for my first walk, 20 steps out and 20 steps out with a walker, and the nurses are applauding, fantastic, I'm just grateful to get back to my bed. Meanwhile, my pants started falling down because I had lost 20 pounds. So, I walk a few steps, you hike up my pants, and a few more steps, hike them up. So I ended up writing another poem called Funny Bone. And the last 2 lines are, now which bone is funny and which bone is not? my pants falling down before they were caught. So anyway, after that, I was let out of here, so to speak. I went home and wrote a book called Hope, Recovery, and a New Life. And one of your people here, Renee Chauvin, did a brilliant foreword to the book, as well as my doctor, Yang. She wrote in the book. I'm a medical doctor. So anyway, it went from the bed to the bike is the back cover. So yeah, 30 seconds. Okay. I come back here every year just to pay respect and gratitude for all the nurses and the Dr. Iyengar, and everyone here. But the last time I came, which is April 2nd, the nurse grabbed my hand and says, you've got to meet this man. What the hell's going on? So I went down the hallway in ICU, stood at the door. I couldn't go in because I didn't have a mask. And the man was in the same state that I was when I was here. He had tracheotomy, feeding tube, the whole thing. And I said, I know you can't communicate other than with your eyes. You can't probably even write, but I can see from your face that your spirit is bigger than this whole hospital. And a tear came down his face. So, thank you. It's,